All right, so we are going to be working on getting these plugs set up for flux. I just did the count, and we want 12 flux points and 2 plugs. So let's see, we're going to have everything we need to do that. Seems like it. The two things that we kind of are big crafts for it are making more flux dust and then making ender eyes. And those are points, and then we're going to want 2 plugs, and that should be good. Let that craft up real quick. All right, so we're trying to install our first point here. And then what happens if we set to main base? Aha! And that should mean that over here at this plug, we are totally. And we got this little graph and stuff. That's super cool. Okay, so we can just go crazy replacing these, I think, now. Power it is. It's flux now, Lord. Okay. And you gotta remember to set. Boom. Make a flux, okay. And storage, okay, I'll make one of those. And what do you connect that to? Like in between the power generation in them? Oh, you just put it wherever? Okay. Alright. Let's do all these. We ran out of them. Last bit is just adding this plug in here. And now we've got all of our power set over to flux. Pretty easy to do. Alright, so we should be able to start working towards the bender now. Let's take a look at what we needed. This would be so nice to have. I was realizing some of the stuff, like the copper upgrades for drawers take so long. So we need the Burma Bright casing. We don't need to worry about that part now. We just want to worry about the recipe for this. Super doable. Magnesium dust. I can't say I've seen magnesium dust. Actually, that's kind of new to me. Can we get that rare ore mixing picture processing? Okay, so maybe I'm not at it just yet. That's this one, hey? You get it one of magnesite. And hold up. So we'll get this, and we'll, or procking it will give us it. Yeah. I figured out what you meant. Appreciate it though. Okay, and that might give a good opportunity to try out one of the ore processing factories. Actually, we don't have the blue steel, do we? No, so yeah, we're probably just gonna make a normal electrical factory. Okay, cool. Let's get set up for that then. All right, we're gonna take some steps back. Sorry, we're first gonna set up our auto crafting EBFs to be HV or EV overclocked. So with that, we're gonna need 4 of these, I believe, and we'll let that craft up. All right, cool. We have our 6 energy hatches. We got our aluminum wire. We're gonna go. We made 2 more extra energy hatches just because I'm gonna make the multi-smelter here as well. Put that onto EV, might as well since we have it here. And we're going to keep that there just to power the clean room, I believe, for now. But everything else here is going to come down. So we'll take all of this out. All right, and now we'll run our wire out across, essentially just replacing it all. This got to come out too. So we'll bring this out, and then we're going to go around and replace the hatches. MV to HV hatches now. Boom, boom. We'll hook these two up. We don't have wire cutters. Now we have wire cutters. Connect those up. I might need to go from under to do this. There we go. And connect up. I gotta replace these 4 hatches here. That didn't place right. And last 2. Boom. And then we just wire these 2 up. And are these running at EV now? Beautiful. All right. Our EBFs that are autocraft are now EV, which is going to really help us out with some of the stuff that is taking a minute for us to craft. And then just to help us out with power buffer, we're going to make one of the basic flux storages here. So let's add it to, we're going to get some patterns, aren't we? Let's get some of these. All right, we got some patterns. So we'll take these guys, throw them into our blank patterns. And we should have everything else. Not panes, seriously. Not having glass panes done is crazy. I guess we throw that into a cutter. Crazy, I don't know how those done yet. Cutter. I guess that's going into our advanced cutter for now. And then we'll throw this into our last spot. So we'll make a storage. And then we're also right now going to make, oh wow, I'm blanking. I guess we'll make another pattern provider and a molecular assembler. Maybe 2 molecular assemblers. Just so we can go upgrade autocrafting just a little bit. All right, we got the molecular assembler and pattern provider, so let's go and install them down below here. These should all be full, so we can just go like that. And perfect, we got a little kind of box filling up now. It's another 10 recipes too. Yeah, perfect. Let's wait on this storage to be finished up crafting. Oh, and it's done, sweet. So storage is eventually gonna, power is kind of gonna go on one of these sides eventually, but for now, let's leave it in this area. So all of our power's together, and sweet. So we'll start storing up. Well, that, oh, that's gonna max out our power output until it fills up. Hey, interesting. But I guess it won't take that long to fill up. Yeah, I didn't put that together, but I don't think that should be an issue. We are not getting enough diamonds to the, we gotta get the pipe upgrade. We're not getting enough diamonds to our dynamos anymore, so we need the pipe upgrade. And I already had one crafted, perfect. So we'll just throw that on this, and that should keep us fully stocked now, 64. Weird that this one, the priority system for how pipes distribute is very interesting. Or at least pipes distribute is very interesting. Yeah, that's at 64 now, so we're all good. So our next kind of goal in all of this is getting to magnesium, and that's coming through the void extractor route. where we're gonna take raw ore slurry. Yeah, the raw ore slurry, right? Yeah, and get these guys going. However, before we do that, I would like to make sure that we're done dealing with the initial generation that we're getting, or the initial kind of stuff generation we're getting from. Maybe we don't. Maybe we actually push forward to magnesium so then we can get closer to the macerator and then deal with this stuff. Because right now we would just be single macerating everything. And we're not dying for any of this at the moment. I think the soda light would be useful in some scenarios, but we don't need a ton of it. So I think we'll just push forward, actually. I'm having a game time change of plan. So that would require us getting the centrifuge going. And now we're circling back to whether we could make the big centrifuge right now. And the answer to that was yes, we can actually. Okay, so we're going to make the big centrifuge, probably two of them, one for auto crafting and one for processing. So let's go ahead and get started on that. All right, so we're going to get the centrifuge up and going here. We have everything auto crafted, so it's just a crafting recipe for us. We'll throw it into our new pattern provider and get centrifuge crafting. And we're also going to get one of the upgrades crafting. And then we're looking at the large centrifuge. Was it not? Oh, fuck, it wasn't. It should be set to that. Yeah, I have the HV universal crafting thing in there, so I don't know why it's not going directly to being set to that. Do I still have the... Yeah, that's confusing. I'll change that. Is it crafting right now? Yeah. It does have the in the system though, or are you just not saying it's not in the mod system? Where the fuck was it? The item. I swear I just saw it in my system. Advanced Assembler HV produces one HV universal circuit. Oh, because it doesn't actually. Oh, I see. I understand. Okay. Yeah, I'll update that. And then we're looking at what else we need for the large centrifuge. We're making this Tambaga casing. Tambaja. Coming from silver, gold, and copper on the HV mixer. So we can go ahead. 27 is sweet. I think we're only going to need a handful of that. We'll go ahead and make a pattern for that. And then throw it into our mixer. Sweet. And then the next step is we're going to EBF it. Get rid of that. Throw it in there. And then finally we're vacuum freezing it. A couple steps to it, but that's fine. It's going to be in an input bus somewhere. Here we go. It's, yeah, these guys. Sweet, and that should be all we need for making the alloy, and then it's just making this in a bender. I should have gone. Okay, we can do that. Making the rods in a lathe, and then the casing in an assembler, and then the actual stuff. Let me get rid of this one. Okay, so we are gonna need 4. We've got 4. Sweet. bender, lathe, assembler. So let's upgrade. We're gonna need more space in a bender soon. Lathe, we got space still. Assembler, we should have a whole, like, oh wow, not even that much space, hey? And are we done with the upgrade? We're done with the upgrade, and the centrifuge is done. I'll have to update the pattern for that in just a second here. Hit that with a right click, and there's our large centrifuge. Perfect. Keep that for now, and then we should be able to start with the 20 Tumbunga casing. I think it was more like 22 I needed. And we'll get that running. All right, while we wait on that crafting, we're gonna get an HV forming press going. This one, that's fully crafted for us, and we don't have patterns. Classic. Thankfully, that's our other MES, or our other one, I think. And this, I think I ended up remaking that, so take that, encode that, and get that going. That's a crafting pattern. It didn't use the fucking to catch though. Molecular something. Yeah, that's right. We will get that crafting once the patterns are done. While we wait for the forming press to be made, we're also going to get the ME assembler, HV ME assembler, ready to get auto crafted as well, because that's another one that we're gonna want. Just upgrade to MV we can't make or HV that we can't make a multi-block of. So we'll get that crafting up as well once we're done with the forming press here. It's just kind of my attention that I don't have silicon automated. So silicon ingots, silicon, and that in a EBF, and then in a vacuum freezer. And there we go. Okay, we can go install these. We don't have to go anywhere for that. Input, right. This goes in here, and this goes in there. Okay, now we got silicon being done as well. I had no clue why that wasn't being done already. Cool. All right, we got the forming press here. We're gonna go install it. And here we go, and right beneath it, go get a pattern provider, and then bring. Actually, we can just take the pattern provider and stuff from here. Take the gates out of this. Take the patterns and replace this as well. There we go. Ah, I missed. Oh, you know what? I wanted to be under there still. We're gonna go pattern provider. Like so, and then we'll throw these patterns in and throw presses in there, and that's good. That should be up and running now, and we should be a decent amount quicker than we were before with that. All right, we should have everything to go build this centrifuge now. We're probably gonna build a second one of these too, I said to myself, so let's just quickly, before I forget, make another 22 of these, and we'll make another centrifuge to get going while we work on this. And an upgrade if possible too. Over here. We will build it, I guess facing the other way. Over here. We're kind of going in deeper and we can just... Actually, we'll build it next to this guy. We'll just leave this area for another LCR. So if I went like this and kind of build it the inverse way... Oh, I will need a maintenance hatch too, but we will deal with that in a bit. Nope, that's wiring. Wow. There's our large centrifuge right here. We'll do the subnet on this side. So outputs, I like doing it like this. Inputs on the left, outputs on the right. I'm missing the output hatch. Can I get up one? Here. So we're missing one there. And how am I still short on this casing? Wow, how did I not add that up right? Oh no, I'm just tripping. Yeah, we got one and then one missing in here. We'll need maintenance hatch. Never have enough of this stuff. I think I saw like some of the base materials, so I can easily make this without having to worry about auto crafting until I run up bullshit like that. Here we go. There we go. And then let's bring all of our tools with us too. Which is nice after you've built... Oh, no. I did that, but we'll still have a lot of it. We don't need that. Give me the crowbar. And that should be definitely enough to make it operational. Oh, and the... what hatch was it? It's the output bus with the output hatch. Output hatch. Sweet. Maintenance hatch. And it's formed. Sweet. And one. Nice. First try. Love it. And now we're just going to build the subnetting real quick. Boom. And that's the subnetting done. We're going to move over our old recipes now. So I don't think we had HV one set up. We had a mixer, but not a centrifuge. I don't even know if we have one. Set up the recipes here. We must have one. I do. With only 2 recipes in it, funny enough. But I'm sure we'll have more uses for it going forwards. Use it for ore proc. Yeah. That's what the second one's going to be for. Not for the auto crafting. I'm not auto crafting ore proc. Boom. Okay. Set up, and let's go make sure it works. Or some of that arsenic we can test. That's why we're making the second one, is for I can just go like that. Yeah, look at how quickly it's going. And we can dump all our tools back, and that's the wrap on our first centrifuge. Number 2 coming in a minute. And while we wait on some crafting here, I'm also going to make the flux controller. We can auto-craft this. This is going to let us charge the wireless boots wirelessly, or the boots wirelessly. That's a crafting pattern, yeah. Toss it in there, and what was it called, the controller? Yeah, there we go. We'll let that craft up real quick, and then should be able to not have to worry about taking our boots off, and they'll save us some significant time just sitting around waiting. All right, we got the flux controller set up, and there's a bunch of quests done for us. Oop, I just repositioned my screen. Collect all these coins that I'm no longer really using. And what, just as long as I set this up, enable wireless charging and set the armor slots. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's huge. That's like an instant charge too. I'm not charging my head, weirdly enough. Oh. This is FE. I see. That makes sense. Well, it doesn't necessarily make sense, but that explains why it's not charging. And then we're almost done with this 4K here. All right, first off, the 4K is good. That's a bunch of more quests for us completed in AE2. What we got here? 4K one. We did the 16K one to get to the cells. And we're working on this one because we have 2 of the 6 done. There's more of the coins. And then we have everything we need now, almost everything actually, to make the next centrifuge. We won't need to make the subnetting, but we will need input hatch. We'll need output hatch, but we'll need output bus. We'll need energy hatch. And we'll need the maintenance too. We can just auto-craft that too. LB machine hull. We'll just let that all craft up. All right, we are good to go build this centrifuge. Yeah, this is going the right way. Yeah, so turned around this place sometimes. Since we're gonna do it with an interface, and that's got a storage on it, we can build it a little bit over here. So let's go. Sorry, space like hatch here. Boom. Input. Output bus will be on the back. And we'll need to put a MV. Maybe we can do MV. All right, power right in front too. I made this wrong dimensions. Nice. I have a tendency to do that. And then we'll put output bus on the back here. Probably going directly into an ore processing. This is formed. Yep, formed. Let's do nice. Hammer this first try. And then we need to go get a converter, which we will set up right here. Oh, we don't have cable ran this way either. That's okay. We got cable there, but we will need to get a converter here. So let me go grab that. All right. We got our converter, so let's go place this down here. And then we're going on the other side, just put a plug. We don't got to worry about laser I/O anymore, which is sweet. That's not the right spot though. There we go. It should be powered up. Hook that up. And then we're going to throw an ME interface. I guess we need to put it right below because we need a fluid pipe to go into it. And we will break this guy. Oop, missed. There we go. And then we want to set that to be the raw ore slurry. That's getting filled up. Sweet. Fully formed. And then the output is going to go pretty much straight directly into an ore processing factory. Do I need to do something to make this work? What am I? Oh, output hatch. I just realized. Yeah, there's an input, there's output stuff too, so we'll need 2 super tanks as well. Let's go grab that stuff. Super tanks should now be fully craftable. This has been an issue for me for a minute, but we just finally automated the LV electric pumps. That has been and was driving me crazy. Now it is completely automated, so that is just beautiful for me. And then we got our output hatch, and we need to wait on 1 more of the super tanks, and we'll make 2 interfaces so that we can make 2 storage buses real quick. And then we'll be good to go and set the rest of this up. All right, now we should have everything to set this up properly. We also want output hatch. That should get the system running properly now. It's still not doing it. Raw ore slurry. Output bus. MV powered. And a centrifuge. Let's set this up. But now I'm really starting to get confused. That's an input hatch. Maintenance is good. Is it because there's no input bus? Maybe it's tripping out over that. We can give that a shot. But I don't really think that'd be the reason if it only takes liquid as an input. Yeah, we'll give that a quick shot. I have HMV outputs though. Oh, 2 output hatches because there's 2 different fluids? That's what it is, yeah. That's what it is, okay. I forget that output hatches can only deal with 1 fluid type at a time. Okay, so we'll make this other output hatch real quick. Honestly, that's kind of okay with me. I just always forget about that. Output hatch is in our hands now, and let's get this fully up and set up. I guess that means we can divvy this up a bit differently too. Will this directly output into this? It will, right? Let's go. Now it's doing its thing. Yes, we just need to set that to, yeah. Just so the inputs, or you set the back so the inputs are allowed. And lock before I do anything stupid. Then we're gonna go set up the storage buses below this. It's over here. Here? Not here. And then it was like here. Nice, good guess. I don't think I fully understand what you're saying there. There we go. Those should be hooked up now. Oh, lock. You mean like lock these hatches? I see. Okay, yeah, lock it like that, and lock it like that. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I can see how that could cause issues potentially. And then we're probably gonna send this to a stored drawer system before we actually do the ore processing on it. Just because if the ore factory, is not keeping up with the speed, then we're not gonna be getting this stuff out of it. So let's go get a storage controller and some 4 drawers and some upgrades. What am I doing? This guy. Those. Drawer. Oh, we're 1 drawer short. That's unfortunate. And then upgrades. We got 5. That's a good start. We have our lock. We don't have our locking tool. There it is. So we will go like that. Keep this nice and small. And then lock these as they fill up. And we'll put a storage bus underneath that as well. And throw an upgrade in each one of these. Lock. All right, all these are locked up now. Let's just grab one of each, make sure we get these quests completed. That's right here, sweet. And then we do have the mixed mineral residue as well. Won't dive into that now. But the next step would be making the an electric ore factory for this stuff to go through. I think all this stuff would just kind of go through electric ore factory. Then we'll have an even bigger, yeah. Then we'll have a bigger, what am I saying, drawer space, because there's going to be more things that are being generated from that. But assume that's where we're going to get the actual useful stuff. All right, we're building up our next two ore factories that are being processing all of this stuff coming out of here, while sharing them, and even while sharing them with some of the old too. We know that it's going too high like this around. We can do that at minimum. And we'll add the hashes in here in a second. Then it's like, if I remember right, it's the 4 go in the corner. And then it goes 4 tall. Two, 3, 4, something like that. I think that's right. And then it comes up with this. Right, each one of these, each corner. And then at each corner like that too, right? Yeah. But then we take this one out. That's looking right to me. Yeah, that is right. Let's do that. Got to go back for the mufflers and the bronze casing, but we're almost done here. It is mufflers, yeah. And then we'll put the stuff right here, and it'll be up and running before you know it. All right, the ore factories are up and built. We got our hatches put in. Now we're just connecting our power to right here. This is our input bus, so we'll take an ME interface. Actually, it's going to take 2 ME interfaces, and did we do this by chance as one? Let's just take a, maybe like that, and then, oh, we can't. Okay, sweet. So then we can just have one interface and pump them both into each other like that. And then output bus will go here to a storage controller. Okay, I'm gonna go grab what we need and then we'll pick it up. All right, let's go set this up for real now. Okay, so we'll have our interface right here. The ME cable is gonna be a little bit funky coming up, but that's our input bus. So we'll go something like that. Well, we got old wrench here, and then fluid pipes. There. Oh, but this is, I do not like our ME interface positioning. I'm not going to be able to actually hook it up to a cable. It's got to move. Maybe we'll do just like, oh. That actually scared the hell out of me. Here. Something like that, and then just come over. Pull and pull. And then it's going to be distilled water. And D4 force from over here. 2, 3, 4. One of these, one of these, one of these, and this. guess we don't want to break that one. Where is my nearest ME? Probably coming under here. There we go. And we've got the water filling up, but we do not have a store. So I'm gonna need another storage glass, but we don't have a storage glass under this. Just remembering that now. There we go. Now they're working, okay. Storage controller. We are pulling, and then we're just doing a wall. We'll see how that is to start. No way I'm getting manganese from this too. Sweet. Been needing that. What's there? That's great news. Why is it taking 8 seconds? Is that right? Oh, fire. It's alright, we got it coming in now. I got 200 over here. What are you saying, main source? Actually, why am I getting... Okay, I am getting good different things. Good. Why is it HV though? We're taking 8 seconds. It's just because of the stuff it's processing. And we're processing the right things, right? Yep. Depends on the recipe. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's run passively overnight, and I should have a good portion of what I want. We don't have any of the magnesium yet. What do we get from this? Calcium, niobium. Uses. This is going to be into a... I thought it was going to be some sort of... Oh, advanced. So yeah, there's some useful stuff coming out of this. Appetite, we already have that coming in. Calcium. Tantalite. Manganese, tantalum. It's always just interesting what the stuff's used for. Alloy blast smelter. At EV. Interesting. Okay, so this is useful stuff to start farming up. That's very good to know. And you know what? Maybe... No, it's not easily done for me to hook up another one right now. To do overclocking. But this is definitely a big step in the right direction for ore processing, which is huge, and I'm very happy with it.